What's going on, guys? 1:27 in the morning. Happy Kawhi-6th. This is the Second Take Pod. I'm Justice. I'm with Noah and Khalil.
What it do, baby?
Hey, y'all.
And, this is the Second Take Pod. We're just going to kind of jump in like we know where Kawhi is going, and we know nobody does. And it's pretty obvious. So,
We fun guy.
What's tomorrow?
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yeah, you already know.
This is
Yeah.
just to get it going, what do you guys think, Noah and Khalil?
As far as where's Kawhi going?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know because the media makes it so like it's obviously going to be the Lakers. You know what I mean? There's definitely bias there. I hope it's the Raptors. Like, I don't know. And obviously I'm biased, but
Celtics fan.
yeah, guilty.
well, I'm a big LeBron fan, and I don't want to see him go to the Lakers. I don't want to see that for the league. I just don't.
I'm talking parity. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like on the cusp. We're like so close to just an awesome league.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Lakers fan, and I've been a Lakers fan for a long time, man. We've had some great teams. If we get Kawhi, it's by far one of the best Laker teams ever. But for the league, I don't want Kawhi, the Lakers.
And I think the Lakers are fine, like without him.
Well,
we
fine.
kinda,
32 mil. You get 32 mil if you don't sign him. And
But everybody's already signed.
You can still sign some
hey, Danny Green's out there.
1 year, 2 year players.
Yeah, Danny Green looked like he forgot how to play basketball in the playoffs.
Danny Green's probably gonna follow Kawhi. Anyway.
If Danny Green dribbles the ball more than 3 times in a game, I'm throwing my remote at the TV. Just so everybody knows. Sure, Danny Green can shoot the ball once every 6 games. He had one good game in the finals.
Yeah, what was that? 3?
Huh?
What game was he?
Game
really
3, yeah.
good? Was
Game
it
3, yeah. He went off.
That's what I
He
thought.
looked like Spurs Danny Green, who set the record for most threes in a final series. But that's the only glimpse I've ever seen of him
I mean, if he can help you win a game, still though. I mean, that's kind of what you want out of a role player. Is that what he did?
at that point. One game.
At one game that you need in the finals, which still matters.
I don't even want to get into Danny Green, bro. Because
That's fine.
I would much rather Danny Green just go to the Mavericks.
This is now a Danny Green podcast.
I mean, if Kawhi doesn't go to Lakers,
Forget Kawhi coverage. Where's Danny Green going?
Is he getting the max?
Yeah, should the Lakers give Danny Green the max? I'm just wondering. Him or Jonas Jerebko? Pick one.
The Swedish Larry Bird, bro.
Swedish Larry Bird. So,
Can we not do this right now?
no, man. Sure, Danny Green helps, and that's always cool. But I'm not even worried about that. I really just want to know where Kawhi is going, and the way that affects the league is ridiculous.
It's the only thing really worth talking about right now, because it's just the balance of power is totally
in his hands.
Yeah.
He got the Infinity Gauntlet for real. He really does. So
I don't want to see him with the Clippers. I don't really want to see him with the Raptors. I don't know where I want him.
Grizzlies.
I really want to see him on the Spurs. I think he'd be a great Spurs system guy.
I think he would really. Yeah, I think he'd fit in with Coach Pop.
Yeah, Pop would be perfect for.
Yeah,
Kawhi
he could really
type
coach
of
him
guy.
up.
Yeah, I want to see him and Lonnie Walker play together. So
That's what the league is missing right now.
yeah, Kawhi to the Spurs. Yeah, no, I'm good. No, I just think that I definitely want to see Kawhi go back to Toronto. I think he owes it to them. I know a lot of people say
You know them crap.
he won a championship with them, so he doesn't owe him anything. I think he owes it to that team, not the city, to go back and try again.
Why? Why though?
That's just what you do. I think no one's ever done what he's about to do. If he leaves, there's never been an NBA player to do that, ever, who was like the star player on an NBA team, on a championship team, and left the next year.
Do you think he's kind of cognizant of the fact that the Warriors were depleted?
He's
I
got
don't want to say that the shot against Philly was lucky.
No,
but,
it was.
but I think there's a discussion there about
Philly was the best team in that series.
Right. That's where I'm going with that. So do you think maybe he's like,
let's be real. He played 50% of Embiid. He played Lamar Odom without a jump shot and Ben Simmons. And Embiid literally after the first quarter looked like he was dying.
Where was Lamar Odom at?
Yeah, he was on crack. That's where he was. But anyways, I just, and And Philly was still the better team in that series, 100% to me.
Yeah. How many did Embiid miss?
I mean,
How many
Kawhi.
full games did he miss that series? He missed 2.
I thought he missed one.
I
I
can't
think
remember.
He missed game 1, didn't he?
I-
I don't remember, but that's irrelevant. Like, they were still the better team.
Right.
And by the way, Kawhi shot like 100 times in the last game.
So, and I guess the other thing with that is, if there's one guy that's ever going to do that is ever going to be like, oh, I'll just pack my bags, I don't care. I think we can all agree it would be like Kawhi Leonard would be that guy.
We have
that
no idea
decides
what
that.
he's doing right now.
I would love to
Like,
say.
he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
No,
What are your sources telling you, Justice?
Yeah, well, Uncle Dennis called me, I guess, 3 days ago, and he was like, Toronto's really pursuing a 4, but Kawhi wants the 1-1. That's just what my sources are saying, which is actually Uncle Dennis, which I don't know if it gets any more direct than that.
You think he's looking for that veteran max or whatever, where he can really make that money?
Well, no. If you ask me, I mean, I know he's been in contact with the Wizards. I think he thinks they have great management over there.
Yeah.
So,
a great destination.
I think now that Kimba's gone too, he could really.
Can I bring
splash
something up real
some
quick?
points.
The fact that the Knicks didn't pursue him because of how it would affect other free agents is the most ridiculous. Actually, it's the most Knicks thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, hey, you know what? Kawhi, we're dropping out of this meeting because you might affect our ability to sign Julius Randle.
Can't let that one get past you.
Yeah, we can't let Julius Randle and anybody else get past.
Look at what they've done. So they don't have a lot of players if they wait for Kawhi to sign.
Oh, Kevin.
He's taken this long, and they still don't have any players. They still miss on Julius Randle, and they are right back where they were last year.
Talk about 0 players. The Lakers signed Jared Dudley.
Troy Daniels.
Jared Dudley, who's now only known for throwing his hands up at Ben Simmons and telling him he can't shoot.
How old is Jared Dudley?
I don't know, but
He's like pretty old, right?
I just think he's irrelevant. So I think we all think he's really old because we never hear about him.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle, kind of. I don't like it.
Who's the? Never mind. Yeah. But Kawhi and where he goes is the complete power of the NBA. So let's maneuver like he goes back to Toronto, right? So let's say Kawhi goes back to Toronto. I still think that Toronto is behind Philadelphia, and I still think Toronto's behind Milwaukee. So
I definitely take the Sixers as the number 1 seed in the regular season, but I don't trust Ben Simmons and his development right now, and I don't trust Embiid and his endurance right now, his health. It's crap. He can't make it through the playoffs. Ben Simmons gets neutralized. Coaches expose him. He gets embarrassed.
Not Ben Simmons. Sorry, Joel Embiid has the current health of Blake Griffin, and Blake Griffin's
He's a step above that.
health-wise.
Surely just a step.
No, no.
Oh, at least Blake Griffin played with one leg.
Yeah,
At least.
I mean,
Embiid-
Joel Embiid played with like a sore stomach, I think.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, yeah,
had a stomach ache and he
Joel
played.
Embiid's been
Hey,
sick.
those are tough, man. Those stomach aches will take you out.
Yeah.
Are you
Don't look at
serious?
me like that.
I play pickup basketball. I play one-on-one with my dad with stomach aches. Like, that's how much that means to me. He's in the NBA. Like, come on, guys. Listen, I'm a big believer in Embiid as the player. I think he's great. I'm not a big believer in his health. Al Horford is a security blanket for them. So when Embiid goes down, or not even if, when Embiid goes down, when Embiid misses games, Horford can carry that load, and he's the best defender on Giannis in the NBA.
And he can slide to that 5 spot. I saw somebody on Twitter or Reddit or something say that 4-year deal for Horford is going to look really great in the first 2 years.
Yeah.
I think that's about the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's going to look like the Chris Paul deal after that,
Yeah.
who is the worst contract in the NBA.
But Phillies win now, you know? And it's so weird because they don't really have to be win now. I mean, what, Ben Simmons is 22, 23?
Ben Simmons is needed to be traded. That's what he needs. I don't even care about his age.
And Embiid is 24, 25, somewhere in there?
Yeah, probably 24.
Okay, so I mean,
20.
so they have time, you know, like
25.
25?
25. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's crazy. Anthony Davis is just about to turn 27, right?
Crazy. Yeah.
And he's been in the league for forever, and it feels like Embiid has barely played. Because he has. Because he can't stay healthy.
I'm looking at this roster right now. They have no shooting whatsoever. No shooting.
Okay, but
Josh Richardson.
Josh Richardson, first of
Al Horford
all,
can stretch a
hey,
little bit.
they're really tall though.
no, but really, they'll be a great defensive team.
Oh yeah, Absolutely. Can you imagine, like, I mean, who's going to drive on that team?
Nobody. And Embiid's an elite defender whenever he's healthy.
Yeah. And so is Horford.
That's the key word with Embiid at all times
It
anyway.
depends on those two, Ben Simmons and Embiid.
Hold on. Can we? Ben Simmons has to learn how to attempt a jump shot, not shoot one. I don't even care if he shoots a jump shot and it goes in. I want him to attempt it.
Exactly. That's why it depends on those two. If he's not going to shoot, you get nothing out of him. If Embiid is not healthy, you get nothing out of him.
You know they need?
You have Horford and Tobias Harris.
They need Jonas Jerebko to spread the floor.
Do you think?
They should have given him Tobias.
I mean, they don't have enough money left to sign him.
No, there's no way.
No. I mean, what do you think he demands on the market right now?
At least $20 million a
I
year.
don't know why they keep doing this.
Listen,
They've been doing this all day.
by the way, them re-signing Tobias Harris is the biggest move for them. I love Horford, and I love what Horford is. If they use Tobias Harris right, which they didn't last year.
Right. I wanted to bring that up. Do you think that it was them not using him correctly, or do you think it was him sliding down and playing with Jimmy Butler? Do you think that re-signing Tobias Harris is a bigger deal, or moving Jimmy Butler to be able to use?
No, they'll miss every
Harris.
bit of Jimmy Butler because they don't have a wing scorer right now who can just create his own shot.
Right, but I'm saying in reference to Tobias Harris. I guess another way to phrase it would be, how much does Jimmy Butler being gone free up Tobias Harris to do his thing?
I don't see them using him the way LA did. LA used him perfectly. So he was a pick and roll ball handler for LA. And he used it. I mean, he was great. Seriously, was great. The best I've ever seen.
But you can't do that with him on Philly because you have Ben Simmons at the one.
Ben Simmons needs to play power forward. I don't care how good of a passer he is. LeBron has not played the one his whole career and is still considered a great passer. Ben Simmons can play that role, but he needs to step down and play off ball and learn how to play off ball because literally when Ben Simmons doesn't have the ball in his hands, he stands in one spot and it attracts nothing. You can go double off of Ben Simmons and they kick it out to Ben Simmons and the offense just completely resets. It's not like he's going to shoot it. If anything, he'll throw it to somebody else who's literally guarded by two people.
So I have two questions. All right. Do we trust Brett Brown, and is there anything he can do to, I guess, put Ben Simmons in the right position?
Well, Brett Brown has the best speaking accent in the NBA. So
Oh man, I love it.
he sounds great.
And he has that salt and pepper thing going on.
Yeah,
I mean, he just looks like a
Brett
good
Brown
coach.
sounds great. I mean, I would love to have a conversation with Brett Brown, but
You think he's like the Morgan Freeman of the NBA?
no.
Not
Popovich is the Morgan
Not that
Freeman
level?
of the NBA. No, no.
Probably will never get there.
I don't know. Kawhi's got a
Same
great
trio.
speaking voice.
What'd you say?
Kawhi's got a great speaking voice. Great for the Lakers. Anyways,
I'm a fun guy.
but no, Brett Brown is a capable coach, and I think that's why they brought him back. They had the chance to let him go.
Think about it this way, though. Okay, so how close have the Sixers been to winning very big games in the playoffs? How close have they been?
Very big, very close.
Very close. What stopped them from winning those games?
First of all, he did his best of rotations. He put Ben Simmons out there with people who wanted to run, and when Embiid was on the floor, he put people who could run in the half court. It's just at the end of the day, Ben Simmons is a lot. It's not on Brett Brown because you can't teach Ben Simmons to shoot a jump shot if you're Brett Brown.
They didn't look like they were prepared though to win a late game.
But
How do you
it's been 2 years in a row as well.
That's happened.
Okay, Ben Simmons was a rookie. We can't hold
But last year in the playoffs, that happened several times.
and it was Embiid's first time in the playoffs. Like we're really going to hold last year against him.
It happened this year too.
They were one shot away from getting there. One dinky linky shot.
Well,
the
then they gotta
shot
go
was
through the
on the
Bucks.
rim for 33 seconds. And we're talking about that. Listen, they beat the Bucks. If they play the Bucks, they beat the Bucks.
I agree.
They were the second best team in the East. I don't
Philly?
care what the regular season record says. They're the second best team in the East.
Philly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah. Eric Bledsoe is one of the worst playoffs. He is everything that people say Kyle Lowry is.
Golly, that hurts.
He is everything people say Kyle Lowry
George
is.
Hill is good though. George Hill's good.
Yeah, he's been such a consistent
acquisition.
playoff performer. Ask LeBron how that went.
No, but this season in the playoffs, he was good for them.
No, I'm not.
Better than Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah. Eric Bledsoe made an all-defensive team this year, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
He defends at a high level. But C.J. McCollum said he wasn't locked down and didn't deserve it. So
That's a walking bucket right there.
yeah, well, we're not even going to get into C.J. McCollum right now. I just think that if you look at the East, that the Horford pickup is amazing, but they're going to miss Jimmy. But Tobias is going to have to play a bigger role handling the ball. And Ben Simmons, I don't care if you just have Ben Simmons run the baseline. Prepare for dump offs because
Just put him in the dunker spot.
He just floats around the perimeter, bro, and nobody
what does he think he's doing out there?
Yeah, nobody cares. And I hate every time I get on Twitter when Ben Simmons shoots his one fadeaway jumper from 14 feet. People are like, "Oh, Ben Simmons with the jump shot." Did you all watch his pregame warm-ups from 20 feet, where he barely hits the rim, or when he does, it smacks off the backboard? like Ben Simmons is literally no offensive threat when they're on offense in the playoffs. Because in the regular season, Ben Simmons is fantastic to watch, so fun. Because he's got space. People aren't playing that type of defense. When you get in the playoffs and that ramps up, Ben Simmons, they're literally playing 4-on-5 on the offensive side of the ball. Unless they're on a fast break.
All right, so do you trust Ben Simmons this season?
Do I trust Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
I trust that Brett Brown can find a way to keep him off the floor when it matters.
Keep him off the floor?
Yes. I'm telling you. I would them giving him the extension is the most head-scratching thing to me because I genuinely think they should trade Ben Simmons.
Who's their backup right now?
At point?
Yeah.
Listen, they got Zaire Smith, who's really good. Zaire Smith is an athlete, but he also cannot shoot the ball. So you can't put him on the court with Ben Simmons. But, I mean, he'll shoot it. He'll attempt it.
Yeah. I think that's the first step everybody's asking for.
I don't know what their bench even
Simmons
looks like right now. They definitely need to get Kyle Korver when he gets bought out. They need to pursue that.
Right. I feel like
I think he's a Laker. But
yeah.
Bro, Nato, I think, something like that. No.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something about him. One, I can't pronounce it. Two, he sounds irrelevant. Three, I don't care. Whoever Raul Nato is, I'm good.
He played for the Jazz for a while, right?
Pass. Yeah, pass. I absolutely pass. The JJ Redick is ridiculously a big loss for them. And I know people are like, oh, JJ Redick, who is the most overpaid shooter. Like, he gets paid every year. He bets on himself. He signs 1-year deals. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to take this. Somebody needs me to shoot.
How old is JJ Redick now?
35, isn't he?
Oh, my God.
Isn't he?
Is it for 35? Are you?
I think he's close to that, bro.
Well, he played at Duke in like 2003 or 2004, right?
I think he'll be 35. He didn't just play 1 year at Duke either, did he?
I don't think so.
No, definitely not. I feel like he's been in the league for forever too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 35. Yeah.
Wow, I'm a
Man.
genius. But listen, all right, so let's get away from that. We're still talking Toronto. So do you all trust Kawhi to beat that team again with Al Horford on that team?
I think it depends on if you think that. I mean, obviously, if you think that Philly took a step back or a step forward.
I mean, if Patrick McCall leaves the Raptors, then they're not going to win.
No, I mean that's. Where's he going now?
Who knows? Lakers. Anyways, if you ask me, it's the Lakers regardless. I want Patrick McCall. But, no, I just, like I said, whatever you think. Explain to me.
I don't trust the other teams in the East.
To beat the Sixers? You trust Giannis in the playoffs?
I don't trust the development of Simmons and Embiid. And then I don't know if the Bucks got better.
The development of
No,
Embiid or
the
the health of Embiid?
Health of
Okay.
Embiid, yeah.
I think the Bucks went down too when they lost Brogdon. I mean, I think that's like a.
Oh, that's ridiculous, bro. Because now you're stuck with Eric Bledsoe in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
You can't even make up for it. When Eric Bledsoe plays bad, you just had to leave him on the floor, and they took him out of games last
Still
year.
have George Hill.
Why do you keep going back to George Hill?
Backup point guard.
Why do we keep going back to George Hill?
Very capable
You know
player.
what? You know who's going to change the
A good
dynamic of this
veteran.
series? George Hill. You sound like Colin Cowherd.
No, but you're bashing Eric Bledsoe, but they still have a very capable backup point guard in George Hill.
George Hill is going to play against the Sixers. Who's he going to guard? Josh Richardson? No. That's what I'm saying. Who's he going to guard?
Yeah, I think the Bucks absolutely took a step back, but I think we can.
Do we trust Giannis? The playoff player? Phenomenal regular season basketball player.
Yeah.
But when you're to a point that all you have is getting to the rim, I mean, he'll shoot the three. That's the difference between him and Ben Simmons. He'll attempt it.
Yeah.
And he'll hit two.
And I think he's improving on it too.
Yeah,
I think he's in upwards trajectory as well.
I don't know what his 3-point percentage was this year, but I'm sure he hits 1 out of every 10 threes. But I'm just.
But he's also not taking them unnecessarily.
Yeah, but I mean, if Ben Simmons shoots 33s, I don't trust one of them goes in. So.
Well, you said Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I don't trust it.
Well, I mean, you're never going to see that day.
No, he'll never shoot 33s in a season.
It was 26% from 3.
That's what I'm saying, but at least he'll shoot it.
Okay,
But anyway, do we trust Giannis in the playoffs to beat the Sixers?
I don't think so with all that length down there.
Also,
There's no way.
They absolutely paid Chris Middleton,
They did.
who was also absent in the playoffs.
What did they give Lopez? They gave him a
They gave him a bag. But they didn't give him
right.
a bag.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
I mean, Chris Middleton was like barely short of the max, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or did he get the max?
Who else are you going to get, though? Like, it's Milwaukee. you have to pay those players.
No,
you
I
have
get
to,
it. Yeah, if you want to stay in the running, you have to pay those players. But here's the thing: if they don't, I don't want to get into Giannis and free agency because that's 2 years away. I just want y'all to know that if I'm Giannis,
I mean, we all know where he's going.
No, Giannis to the Lakers for sure. Post LeBron era. But
Brook Lopez got $52 million, by the way. 4 years.
4 years. I could.
How old is he? I'm really stuck on this age.
Hold
thing.
on, let me go back to this Brook Lopez thing real quick because the Bucks absolutely. So I think Brook Lopez forgot that he can score in the post. I think Brook Lopez forgot that for the first 8 years of his career, he was one of the 3 best post scorers in the NBA. And
do you remember the game he turned into Klay Thompson?
He turned into Klay Thompson this whole season. But
no, there was one game. I mean, it was.
I don't know what happened to him. Like, you know, people on Twitter be like, "Oh yeah, inject that into my veins." Like, that's exactly what he did. Like, he was just watching Klay Thompson YouTube clips for his whole life. But I just think that if like in that playoff series last year, like when you're struggling to score because Giannis is running into 4 people, like when you're Brook Lopez, like go post up, bro. If you're that coach, Brook scores on the block. He's done that his whole career. I know he learned how to shoot the 3, and that's fantastic.
So Giannis is not on the court at this point then?
No, he's on the court. He just can't score because he's got 4 people on him.
So where's Giannis at, though? On the court. Where's he at?
On the perimeter.
On the perimeter? While Brook Lopez is in post.
Cutting and diving.
Cutting and diving?
You got to have people to cut and dive. But I'm saying you used to block ISOs all the time.
I mean,
well, not all the time. Not anymore.
I mean, I think Philly now is like just built to stop the Bucks.
Yeah.
With a non-improved
I think they're built to stop the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, Al Horford is giving him problems.
He has, but
and Siakam tries to bully everybody. Siakam's got the ugliest offensive game I've ever seen. I hate watching him play basketball. Literally, he looks like Julius Randle but lengthy. He just runs into the paint and starts posting you up. Except for when he shoots corner threes, which 1 out of every 4 games he decides to hit 6 of them. So,
you know that guy we played basketball with today at the park?
Yeah.
He's like, how is he making these shots?
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam makes those kind of
he
shots.
shoots terrible shots. Yeah. I hate watching Pascal Siakam play basketball. Also didn't deserve most improved player, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that. D'Angelo Russell. Anyways, let's go through the rest of the East.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Celtics fan, so let's get into that.
We looked at their bench today.
Speaking of the Celtics, what's Kyrie look like in Brooklyn? It's another young team.
I think without KD, I think the easy comparison to make is that Brooklyn is Boston light as far as the young talent. I mean, who they got? They got Joe Harris. I like him with Dinwiddie and LeVert.
Joe's a little older.
I like Dinwiddie. Jared Allen. I love Jared Allen. I don't know why they signed DeAndre Jordan, who looked like he doesn't play basketball anymore last year. DeAndre Jordan looked like he lost everybody. I've never seen somebody's athleticism decline that fast.
But you know what? He's shooting over 70% from the free throw line.
It doesn't matter if you don't get to the free throw line. Shoot 25 attempts. I got it. No, I'm good. I just think that Kyrie's great. And you'll never hear me say otherwise. He's a freaking weirdo.
Dude.
But he's great. And he'll continue to be great. Kemba Walker is the poor man version of Kyrie. So shout out to the Celtics for getting that safe.
I mean, yeah, like I think as far as jumping back to the Celtics, like you're obviously not happy whenever you're expecting or hoping for a Kyrie, Anthony Davis. I don't know if they ever intended to try to keep Horford around for that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they were expecting to do that. I don't know what that trade package would have
Celtics should really go get Monta Ellis and Amari Stoudemire.
They're making a comeback.
Before the Lakers do, because if the Lakers sign them, I give up. If our bench is Carmelo Anthony, Monta Ellis, and Amari Stoudemire,
J.R. Smith's going to be up there.
In 2010, we're getting buckets. like we're so good. But in 2019, pass. If Amari Stoudemire ends up on the Lakers, I'm gonna puke. So anyways, let's not even get to the Lakers right now because that's just a whole other thing. How they fill out the roster is a mystery to me. But so anyway, Celtics. Top 5 seed, maybe.
Yeah, I think
no depth.
No depth. It will really depend on how good those rookies are early on, which is like just a horrible thing to have to say.
Are the Hawks better than the Boston Celtics?
Oh, get out of here! Oh my god!
Listen, guys. We were talking about this earlier. I guess before we started recording the pod, and I truly believe that the Hawks can win 42 games next year.
Albeit they had 29 games, 29 wins
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
29 and 53. Now they would have to 42 wins.
Yeah. 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 I love it.
A second year, Trae Young, a third year, John Collins?
John Collins, all-star. He'll be all-star next year.
Bold predictions.
Isn't that bold? Look at his numbers. How much better he got from year 1 to year 2.
10.5 points and 19.5 points.
That's what I'm saying. 9-point jump. Wasn't he the most improved player? Anyways, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. We'll give it to Pascal. Puke.
I just don't know if those young players can actually get to the point of getting 42 games.
Well, the biggest thing is Trae Young can't guard my dog if they hop on the basketball court.
So that doesn't help, right?
No, but everybody else on that team can defend at that point.
Yeah, that team's long.
Well, you just picked up DeAndre Hunter. You picked up Cam Reddish.
Great draft.
Oh, my gosh.
Hawks have been fantastic for the last 3 years. Everything they've done has been perfect. Besides getting rid of Luka.
They had the best draft this year, right? Like by
yeah, it's
pretty
not even
easily.
close.
Yeah.
Now, who had the best offseason? Pelicans.
Yeah.
Pelicans. I mean, unless you count, I'm talking about young cores. I mean, of course, you signed Kyrie and Kevin Durant in the offseason. You're like, oh, wow, we're great. Now, if the Lakers sign Kawhi, then that's the best offseason in the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's jump into that. Let's maneuver as if Kawhi's on the because the bottom half of the East is ridiculously irrelevant. Because Miami is going to be like the 8th seed, and nobody cares. It's just like, who cares? Like, oh, we get to watch Jimmy Butler in the playoffs.
Yeah, bottom 3 teams, garbage.
Yeah, they're all terrible. I loved arguing about this earlier. Orlando Magic are not making the playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks are better than the Atlanta Magic. Khalil tried to tell me that Aaron Gordon was better than John Collins.
I think it was him.
No, that was definitely you.
No.
You're a liar.
I debated you, though.
You're
That's
lying.
for sure. I wanted to check the stats.
Actually, I think it was you.
Okay, we just got.
I don't remember that,
we
but
just got a report. We just got a report.
It's not Kawhi.
We just got a report.
Oh my
not
god.
We just got a report.
Don't play with me.
This is live.
Dude, wow. All right, so this changes up everything. Damn, what time is it right now?
Can someone report this?
It's 1:57 a.m. Saturday, July 6th.
Oh,
Kawhi's headed to the
Paul
Clippers.
George got traded to the Clippers? Oklahoma City is trading all-star Paul George to the Los Angeles Clippers for a record-setting collection of draft choices.
Where's he getting these from?
Yeah, I didn't.
Woj tweeted it, bro.
Wow.
What is happening?
All right, so now
I don't want to be a Lakers fan. What is this?
I'm about to cry.
So you talked earlier about how even if Kawhi goes to the Clippers, who's there?
Paul George to the freaking Clippers? Why do you even do that if you're Oklahoma City? You just decide you can't win with that group?
They can't.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say they can't.
So we're just going to watch Russell Westbrook average 35 and 12 and 10? Like, what is... No, I'm
He's
so
gonna be a
upset.
legend. That's good.
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, bro.
Dude, that's...
Shout out the Clippers front office.
Jerry West.
And didn't disrupt your roster. You kept Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams. You kept Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So what? Do you have the actual? What was the actual trade? Did they not get a single active player with that? Was it? I mean, they had to get somebody, right?
Sorry, I have to tweet. The NBA is legitimately happening right now.
What's going on?
Paul George, bro. Do you know how good that defensive tandem is? Who's scoring on them? And you have Patrick Beverly, who overrated in my opinion, but still Patrick Beverly. Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. That's the favorite in the West.
Still a little small, but yeah.
That's the favorite in the
They're
West.
actually very long now.
That's the favorite in the West.
Oh my gosh.
With that full roster, that's the favorite in the West. Those two are not better than LeBron and Anthony
Man,
Davis.
so where do the Lakers go from here? I mean, what's?
Fill out the roster. We're signing Danny
yeah,
Green.
That's all you got to do.
We'll absolutely sign Danny Green.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
You don't think he goes to the Clippers now?
No, we
Following
got to
Kawhi?
give Danny Green the max. because apparently that's what it takes these days. Well, so let me tell you something. All we've heard for the past 48 hours is that the Clippers are out of it.
Yeah.
I think that just goes to show that with a guy like Kawhi
Is
Leonard,
the Paul George trade why he went? Do you think he knew that was happening? Like they told him, like, hey, we're getting Paul George.
Well, he wanted to team up with someone, and he wanted to trust someone.
And we're keeping this roster. You can have Paul George, who is, by the way, elite.
You trust Jerry West. You trust Doc Rivers. You have another star coming with you.
Paul George is a top 10 player in the NBA.
I mean, shout out to Patrick Beverly. Didn't he turn down like a significant amount of money?
I think a $50 million.
Kawhi Leonard has been recruiting Paul George to find a way to get to the Clippers, and LA pulled it off tonight. So this whole time that everybody was like, done deal, every celebrity known to man was like, Kawhi to the Lakers. Excuse me. I'm just going to throw up. I just don't understand what just happened. Like, this is the guy. Okay, let's maneuver now that we know where Kawhi Leonard is.
Kawhi is the greatest of all time. Like, all your sources, Chris Broussard, Jalen Rose, Stephen A., wrong.
Yeah, no.
You have no idea what he's doing.
Kyrie, like, loves this.
You know
Kyrie's just like, oh, perfect.
Yeah. Him and KD, like, he's his own man. Everybody's a psychiatrist these days.
You know who's the happiest right now? Skip Bayless. He was hoping this would happen, too.
Yeah.
That LeBron gets spurned, the Lakers get spurned.
Yeah, but do you think he's happy now that Kawhi Leonard's going to have Paul George with him?
No, they're absolutely the favorite in the NBA right now. Those two alone are not better than LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but that roster is way more filled out.
They were a 48-win team last season.
They just signed Kawhi Leonard and they traded for Paul George and didn't give up a player. They gave up draft picks.
I'm terrified.
How many picks is that?
They said they didn't. I don't have the exact number.
Record setting.
And I know how many picks we gave the Pelicans to get Anthony Davis. So I don't even know what this is. I don't. I just want you all to know that I'm sick to my stomach.
So I'm gonna have to wrap this. I don't.
Okay, stop it. Let's just move forward. Okay, let's. The Clippers are the 1 seed in the West, right?
I think that would be a fair assessment.
Yeah. With that full roster, they kept Lou Williams, by the way, who is fantastic.
Yeah.
They kept Gallinari.
Oh
they
my God! I didn't think
Gallinari.
Wow.
They kept Montrezl Harrell. They kept their whole team. And in the summer that they just wanted Kawhi Leonard.
What is the motivation by the Thunder?
They're just breaking it up. They're just done. They're going to rebuild. I guarantee you they shop Russell Westbrook within the next 2 years. Which nobody's going to take it because that contract is massive.
Yeah.
And also he cannot get any better at basketball.
No, I think he's on a decline.
This is my back hurts.
Definitely shopping Steven Adams.
Oh yes, no, he'll get.
I feel like they've been shopping.
They
Steven
have.
Adams.
If Steven Adams ends up on the Clippers, listen, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. The Clippers, the way this team is put together, this is bold because it's all off the top. This is all just a reaction. The Clippers, with the way this team is put together, is beating the Warriors team at the top of their game.
This previous seasons
with Steph, Clay, and KD.
What about
because Kawhi was giving them the business when he was just on the Spurs.
Are we talking about Cousins?
Yeah.
Where is Cousins stand on that?
Okay.
Or are we talking about like first year KD?
First year KD.
Huh.
That's the best the Warriors were.
Yeah, I agree.
They were deep, and the role players were still learning how to play basketball. Sean Livingston looked like, I don't know, me playing pickup basketball. Sean Livingston looked like Devin Rafferty in high school. I don't know, y'all don't know who that is.
I know who that is. Yeah.
like he just shot mid-range jumpers, and occasionally threw up a three. No offense to Devin, great player, great high school basketball player. No, Whopper, if you're listening, I love you. This is who Sean Livingston remind me of. Okay. Anyways, we might have to cut that out. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I hope the Army's treating you well, Devin. But anyways, I just think that this team, the way they're constructed, is set up right now to win 2 or 3 championships. Kawhi Leonard's young. Paul George, young. Same draft class, right? They come in together?
Would that be 2011's when Leonard came in?
No.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2011, dude.
He was drafted in 2011?
He's old.
Not old.
Older. When do you think he came in?
8 years in the league. LeBron came in the year.
When do you think he came? When do you think he came?
Kawhi Leonard old.
When do you think he came in?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. I was thinking like 2010, 2009.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I wouldn't think it was like 2005, or 2014. I don't know what year he was in when he played LeBron. His second, third year, the first time he played the Heat in the finals.
It's his second.
That was
Second.
was that 14?
I
They
think
played
it was
twice.
his second year.
They played
Oh,
twice.
that's right. Yeah.
So.
14's when he won MVP, right?
Because it went.
Finals MVP.
Yeah, because it went Dallas,
Yeah, that was 11.
Dallas, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Because they went. Dallas beat OKC, beat San Antonio, lost San Antonio. And that's what ended their franchise. Because LeBron runs from everything whenever it gets hard. Anyways,
Oh my god.
just want to throw that
Dude,
out
you're
there.
gonna hurt Khalil's feelings.
I'll support LeBron.
I'm not here for this.
That's just the fact of who LeBron James is. Anyway, so let's look at the Lakers. But we got to talk about what's next. And this is all free ball because I have no idea.
Man, all these stats we pulled are just useless now.
So what's going to happen? We're going to we've totally been diving into
Yeah.
metrics. I want you to know that no matter what the Lakers do, first of all, if we bring Rajon Rondo back, I'm going to strangle myself. Second of all, if Lance Stevenson is in the
What seat do you think he sets in? Rajon Rondo?
Rondo?
Yeah.
floor.
You think so?
No, actually, he'll probably love this roster. No young guys.
Yeah.
No young guys besides Kuzma. He'll still stay as far away from Kuzma as he can. And Luke Walton's gone, so he's going to be excited. Where'd Luke Walton end up? The Kings.
Kings, yeah.
Yeah. Kings. Poor guys. Can't catch a break. I literally just said earlier in the podcast the Clippers weren't going to be in the playoffs.
Do you want to get Cousins now if you're the Lakers?
Yes.
Like,
I wanted Cousins anyway. If Cousins gets healthy, he's still – I mean, this year he was 19 and 10 regular season, right?
Yeah, I can't believe the way he came back from that Achilles, too. For
He's
a
good.
guy his size.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
You go after Cousins, Green, and Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris is a
You
Laker.
want.
That's a done deal.
I agree.
He's with Clutch. We know that LeBron loves signing Clutch guys. Tristan Thompson got paid big money because he's LeBron's buddy, which is why LeBron is almost as bad of a GM as Michael Jordan is. But anyways, not even
I
going to
knew
go
you'd
there.
find a way to sneak that in somehow.
Yeah, I had to. Wow, I'm really slandering LeBron on here, and I defend him on Twitter. This is something crazy. LeBron, I know you'll never hear this, but by the off chance that you do, one, I'm sorry about the Clippers, and two, you're the greatest basketball player of all time.
Thank you.
So I wasn't talking to you, Khalil.
I know, but
It has
still.
nothing to do with you, as you would
Hey,
say.
man, I got a call from King James today. What
You
talking
did get a
about?
call from
I
King
did- I
James
got a call.
today. Yeah, King James, the Bible. Anyways, so going back to the Lakers and what's next, they've got to sign Danny Green. They cannot let him go to the Mavericks. And I know I just talked about Danny Green not being that good. Just don't dribble the ball. Stand in the corner. And
I
shoot.
mean, that's all he's really got to do. I mean,
Stand in the
how much
corner
pick
and
and
shoot.
roll are AD and LeBron? I mean, what's that usage
Can
there?
I just want to let you all know that the Warriors signed D'Angelo Russell to keep him from Los Angeles.
Oh, 100%.
Fair, yeah.
And I mean, you can't blame him. You can't just if you can not lose an asset for nothing, you can't just let somebody walk.
Public service announcement. Kyle Kuzma, if you're listening.
He probably is, honestly.
Kyle Kuzma, if you're listening. One, quit getting thigh tattoos. Or any tattoos. You look ridiculous. They're all sporadic. I don't like them. Two, Kyle Kuzma, if you're listening, I need you to be an all-star. And if you're not an all-star, I hope we trade you.
I want hold on. Just speaking of Kyle Kuzma, I want to discuss this hot take that Khalil had earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm holding him
excited
to
about
it.
this.
I'm holding him to this.
I'm excited about
I
this.
think he just had a head injury and forgot 2015 and back.
Hold on. I want to, Khalil, why don't you say it?
Yeah, I want you to say it.
Before I say this, I must say I know Kevin
Don't
Love.
preface this. No, don't preface this. Just say what you said. No, just say what you said.
Kevin Love was
Stop.
a huge player
No,
for
just
LeBron.
say it.
Great third option. Chris Bosh, obviously better Hall of Famer. It's gonna be harder to say
Blood
now.
clot boy himself.
Kyle Kuzma is going to be the best third option LeBron has ever had in his career.
And this is where we end the podcast. And after this commercial break, what? And we talked about this a little bit.
That's my take.
Why? What about Kyle Kuzma makes him better than Chris Bosh? Nothing. He doesn't even shoot the three as good as Chris Bosh.
What you need from Kyle Kuzma, what you need right now for the Lakers is a very consistent third option. Kyle Kuzma has the potential.
good for your
He has the tools to be a very consistent scorer, a great
potential?
scorer in the NBA. Yeah, the potential. I
He's
know
old.
he's 24.
He's old.
Just call Kawhi old. Anyways.
I didn't call Kawhi old. You
Well,
called
I call Kawhi old, but now you're calling Kuzma old. He's only 24 years old. But he does have the potential to be a very consistent scorer and a great scorer where there's not a lot of pressure on him with the Lakers playing with LeBron.
There's not a lot of
There's
pressure?
not a lot of pressure on him to be the guy, is what I'm saying.
He's never had the pressure to be the guy.
Exactly. So,
And he still can't produce. consistently.
And where do his shots go to now that he's not able to take many live dribbles that he's just put to the corner pretty much to do those catch and shoot type things.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not going to turn this into LeBron puts everybody in the corner.
No. I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying that
he's not going to be in the corner. Okay. First of all, he doesn't shoot the three well enough to be in the corner. Oh my gosh. I'd rather have Chris Bosh in the corner and Kevin Love. Facts.
Kevin Love was very good in the corner. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But Kyle
Bosh.
Kuzma has the tools. He's very good offensively.
Is Kevin Love better than Chris Bosh?
Is Kevin? No.
Okay, just making sure we're on the same page. What about Fat Boy Kevin Love? Was he better than Chris Bosh?
Oh, dude, he's gotten so skinny now.
But was he better than Chris
he's
Bosh?
almost GQ magazines or whatever.
When he was fat,
he's got to be.
When he was fat, was he better than Chris Bosh? Minnesota?
Is
Minnesota Kevin Love better than Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh?
I'm taking Chris Bosh though.
Oh, I'm taking Kevin Love. Kevin Love was a dog. Anyways, that's not even relevant to today's NBA. I just wanted to get your opinion. I'm not even going to argue with you because it's not going to be fun. I just miss ugly Kevin Love. Now he's just too handsome for his own good. That's why he doesn't play anymore. Anyways, no homo. Pause. Whatever you all say these days. Don't look at me like that. I just think that.
I'm surprised you didn't say all homo. You've been saying that all day.
First of all, don't do that to me. Listen, I just think that you know what? If you're the Lakers, do you rest LeBron and AD all year and tank for LaMelo Ball?
The look I'm giving him right now.
Right. No. God, my mind is just everywhere with this Clippers thing. Like Kawhi, I could have handled.
I didn't expect this news. I know they're on Pacific Standard Time, but I mean it's 2 a.m. I wasn't really expecting this. I thought we were pretty safe to go ahead and record this. And
like Noah earlier was like it was a good thing Kawhi hasn't announced. What if he does like mid podcast? Well, here we are, mid first podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to Second Take. We break news when this gets posted to the week.
Hey, what was I wonder what Leonard's deal was
Max.
or is
Full max.
No. I mean years.
4.
You think it's 4?
4?
Yeah, I agree.
4. He'll sign 4 years with the Clippers, and then he'll get tired of their medical staff and request a trade.
Oh no.
And then I can start calling him number 2, like skip other stuff. Listen, here's my thing. First of all, for the NBA, this is great.
I agree.
Yeah,
for the NBA, this is fantastic. For it would have been fantastic if he went there without Paul George. I don't know if people understand how good Paul George is. I think he gets lost sometimes. Paul George was an MVP candidate last year before he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
Paul George last year was playing better basketball than Kevin Durant the whole season. Now, obviously, he's not better than Kevin Durant. We know that. I'm not ever going to say that. But Paul George, for the duration of last year's NBA season, was a better regular season player than Kevin Durant. And he closes games. I love Paul George. I love everything about Paul George's game. I always have.
So you don't have any concerns about Paul George?
Playing with...
No, just as a player.
No.
I guess you would say.
Next to Kawhi? No. Do you understand like what's about to happen? Because they're going to take a break, and then Lou Williams is going to come in and score 12 points every quarter.
I think one of the things, too, like really early this season when the Clippers thing was really big was maybe somehow Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard play together or whatever. I think this is like the best case scenario you could have hoped for as a Clippers fan.
Because Jimmy Butler can't shoot.
Right, exactly.
Paul George is elite. Not an elite shooter, but he's a great shooter. He's a very good shooter. Yeah. I just downgraded that 3 times in one sentence. I just think that, guys, I'm mind blown. I have no idea, bro. So Clippers are the favorite next year.
I think so.
Clippers are the favorite to win the NBA championship.
Dude, so okay, and now we're talking about this paradigm shift as well from
Toronto's not even going to be a top 5 seed.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so I have the full
thank
trade
God.
now.
It's different.
Oh,
They got rid of some players.
Yeah. They got rid of Shea?
Clippers sent 5 first-rounders. There's 2 swaps. Gallinari and Alexander go to the Thunder.
Okay, so
that's still a really good trade.
Let me put this in.
They're win now. Like 100,000%.
Let me say something. I love Shea. I love everything about Shea. He was great. A very good rookie. Danilo can play. They're going to miss that.
I mean, but where does Gallinari fit whenever you've got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard?
The 4. I would have loved to play Gallinari at the 4 with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the floor. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make that big of a difference because you're basically saying, hey, we're going to replace Shea and Gallinari on a 48-win team and plug in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard alone would have made them a contender, right? Not a championship team, but they'll be a top 3 seed in the West. If they kept their roster and didn't get Paul George and they just got Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
But now they have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and they kept Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley.
Man, how do you think?
How
do you think Paul George feels about this? How
I
do
gotta
you
look at their
think,
roster.
how do you think Russell Westbrook feels about this?
Apparently, Paul George has been pushing for it.
Yeah, Paul George is all for it.
Wow.
I gotta look at the Clippers roster now.
Do you think Paul George told Russell Westbrook before he was leaving?
I don't know. He could have.
You can't win with those
He
cats,
could have went to
man.
dinner with them like Kevin Durant did, and then not told him anything. But like, yeah, I'm coming back. Well, yo, we know you're under contract. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, next day. Psych, no.
Insert Magic Johnson meme. Well, I'm not gonna be here. It's just like, all right. So next year, the Clippers bring back Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Zubac,
Oh, man, I forgot.
Landry Shamet, who can play.
Yeah.
Man, that's,
Rodney Magruder. That's about it. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So
and
I
Pat
don't know.
Bev, right?
Yeah, Pat Bev. Do they still have Wilson Chandler?
No, he's gone.
Where'd he go?
Not the Clippers, but I can't remember where he went. But
Mo Harkless?
every time I want to say
Mo Harkless a Clipper? Yeah, Mo Harkless is a Clipper.
every time I want to say
Because remember,
the
everybody was like,
Kings-
"Oh, Mo Harkless is going to recruit Kawhi to the Clippers." So he did. Congrats, Mo. You did your job. They're already showing him on the roster, like on their website, on ESPN's website, but they're not showing Paul George yet.
yeah, I don't think. Can that not go through just yet?
Not,
as far
apparently
as,
not.
Yeah.
But regardless, like you have Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lou Williams is great. I'll never say anything bad about Lou Williams.
Chandler's with the Nets, by the way.
Wilson
This
Chandler,
isn't pertinent either, but how
Hey.
old is Lou Williams now?
Shout out
I
Brooklyn.
feel like
32?
I'm like. He's 32?
32.
Oh.
Got to be. He came out of high school.
Yeah. I thought he was a little bit older than that, but.
Played with AI. I'm just
Could be
guessing
wrong.
32. Sounds good to me. What do you think? What do you think? Am I right? Can I go 2 for 2 in this podcast?
Man, let's see it.
32. Hey!
Hey!
Whoa.
Dude, next podcast, I'm going to be really stuck up on, like, players' heights. That's all I'm going to want to
I'm in
know.
there. But the NBA doesn't even list them right.
Right.
So it's just irrelevant. Kevin Durant is every bit of
I
7
get all
feet
my
tall.
height listings from 2K.
Even then,
That's,
they're
that's all.
irrelevant.
That's all I.
Kevin
go for.
Durant's 7 feet tall. By the way, let me talk about this real quick.
Do you think? I mean,
We've yet to touch on the Lakers and what they're gonna do. Like fully touched on it. Do the Lakers even have a chance right now?
Who's? I mean, obviously they still have a chance. It's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Like, but I mean,
Is Anthony Davis better than Kawhi Leonard? Full health. Anthony Davis better than Kawhi
I don't know. I
Leonard?
don't think we've ever seen Anthony Davis in a capacity where he could really show that. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Davis is so good.
yeah, but we have no idea what he can be.
Hot take.
Go ahead.
Anthony Davis is the most talented power forward of all time. Anthony Davis has more talent than Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan.
Talented. I'll take that. Yeah.
Thanks. All right, cool. Moving forward, I just I can't believe what's going on. But obviously, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but like, think about who's going to the Clippers, right? So who do you want to play with? Do you want to play with Davis and LeBron James or Kawhi and Paul George? And
For
then
how long?
And it's still you still have the front office. You still have Doc Rivers as the
For
coach.
how long?
He probably got a 4-year deal.
I'm saying,
What's up?
how long do I get to play with LeBron? How long am I this year or for the next 4 years?
When does Bronny James make it into the NBA?
Bronny, 4
Yeah.
years. At the end of LeBron's contract, he's eligible for the draft. So wherever he gets drafted, LeBron will go play a year and then retire.
That'd be so cool.
I hope that Bronny never gets on the floor because LeBron takes the starting spot.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Bronny's just going to sit in the bench because LeBron took his starting spot. First of all, Bronny's not even that good. Bronny's good, but he's not LeBron. And he
I
never
mean, he's
will
like 14 years old.
be. He's a freshman. When LeBron was a freshman, he was by far the best player, and Bronny wasn't ranked in the top 25.
Late bloomer, jeez, man, get off his
Anyways,
back.
I'm not here to crush high schoolers. I think Bronny's
Look at that Bronny James kid. He really sucks.
Yeah. Speaking of, so Lakers, Carmelo. Yes or no? You know what? Let me just go through a list of players.
I don't even like Carmelo now. Like for that,
Is
I don't know.
JR a lock to go to the Lakers
Hold
now?
on, no, hold on. No, the Cavs will not let him go.
Oh, really?
Anyways, yeah, that's the rumor. I'm gonna name a list of players. I'm just gonna start listing off guys, and I want y'all to tell me yes or no for the Lakers. Okay. It's gonna be a fun game. No reasonings. I just want you to tell me yes or no.
Okay, we'll see it.
If they'll be in a Laker uniform next year, not even if you like them there. If they'll be in a Laker uniform.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony.
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think LeBron wants that.
Danny Green.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes.
Dwayne Wade.
No.
Hell no.
Really?
He's retired
Okay.
with his beautiful wife and his new baby.
She
He could totally still play too.
She didn't even have the baby, so I'm not hearing it.
And what did he say about retiring though? Like he wants to be.
He can still play though.
He can still play, but he doesn't want to go out like that.
He
Like
can still do that for a year.
Carmelo Anthony.
Hold on, let me look
for
this
one.
up real quick. NBA free agents left since Kawhi Leonard is no longer on the board. DeMarcus Cousins.
Man, how true is that Spurs? That Spurs stuff.
I'm not worried about losing him to the Spurs. If the Lakers are interested, he'll go there. He wants to win the championship, obviously, by his move to the Warriors.
I mean, do you think so, or do you think he's worried about contract money now
He ain't
after
gonna
what
get
he's seen
that.
this
He's not
year?
getting paid for the rest of his
Doesn't
career.
want it.
He's not going to get paid for the rest of his career. There'll never be a time that DeMarcus Cousins gets paid anything close to the max again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't mean that.
He'll make DeAndre Jordan money for the rest of his career.
If you're the Lakers, you have to add talent to
Terrible
this roster.
contract, by the way.
I wish I could
All right,
make.
yes or no?
I wish I
DeMarcus
could make.
Cousins.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah as well.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Is he? What's his contract like?
He's free agent.
He's free agent.
See you on the Lakers next year.
No.
Wow.
They have no guards.
He'll be a Laker.
They have Alex Caruso.
He'll be a Laker. He'll come back on a minimum because he's got paid by the Lakers already. Rondo. Is Rondo a Laker next year?
They don't have a point guard, but Caruso.
They have LeBron James.
They have LeBron James.
Caruso is better than Rondo. And Caruso is still not signed to the roster, by the way.
They might sign Rondo. I think so.
Marcus Morris.
Yes.
I sure hope so.
So we both believe you want Marcus Morris?
Yeah.
Marcus Morris is a black hole. He's literally R.J. Barrett
Oh,
into forward.
Dude, it's
I
could speak from
I can't imagine being Jason
fan
Tatum.
experience.
I can't imagine being Jason Tatum being on the same floor as Kyrie Irving and Marcus Morris, because Kyrie Irving dribbles the ball for 40 seconds.
Well, and then you also have Terry Rozier, who Brad Stevens was wanting to play a Kyrie Irving, Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart lineup there for a while, which was just awesome.
Hey, in case
That
you
was
are
great.
wondering, Kawhi Leonard's a Clipper with Paul George. Anyways, let's see. Who else can we talk about? Trey Burke. There's been rumors about him being a Laker next year.
I'll definitely take that over Rondo. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Do we
I agree.
take Quinn Cook over Rondo? No. I take Quinn Cook over Rondo.
I just have a personal disdain towards Quinn Cook. So
reason.
Man, he was like texting me during the finals, like, man, Quinn Cook, just not good. yeah, like 3 times, like separate times. It wasn't even related.
I love that he wasn't scared.
I think it's just one game though. Like he just couldn't hit anything, and it just pissed me off. I'm not a
Free
Warriors
agent Danny
fan or
Green will sign a
anything.
2-year, $30 million deal with the Lakers.
You lying?
Just reported.
You lying?
$15 million a year for Danny Green.
Prove it. Pictures of it didn't happen.
I said yes on that, right? Cole said no.
Yeah, you said yes. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. What do I win?
1-0.
What do I win?
Absolutely nothing.
Dang.
You can get a beer out of your fridge.
Perfect. What we got? We still got a.
Oh,
There's still some stuff left.
Tyson Chandler. Is he back as a Laker next year? Is JaVale McGee back as a Laker next year?
You gotta take. You gotta take McGee over Tyson Chandler at that point. Tyson Chandler barely played.
Kenneth Faried.
He's a great energy guy.
Yes
but
or no? I didn't ask what he was. Yes
Man,
or
these
no?
are so many. There's so many contingencies on all this.
Pau
You're
Gasol.
like act like 4 centers a row. Yes. Yes.
Gasol.
Yes.
Pau Gasol.
No to Fareed. No to Gasol.
Patrick McCaw.
It would be cool though.
Man, if they want their good luck charm, they gotta go for McCaw.
Jonas Jerebko.
I mean, they've got that max money
Not
slot
anymore.
open.
Danny Green signed.
Oh,
They can't
there's
afford
no.
Jerebko.
Yeah, they can't afford him.
Can't afford Jerebko. Joakim Noah.
No.
Really? I think I like Joakim Noah at the Lakers.
Playing with LeBron, that'd be really funny.
I think it's hilarious.
That'd be really funny.
It's kind of like Rondo playing with LeBron.
It's worse though.
No.
No, it's worse. No, it's worse.
No.
Yes.
Stanley Johnson.
Look at the clips. It's worse.
Stanley Johnson's a free agent.
Gosh, I forgot about that guy.
Amon Shumpert is going to be a Laker.
Amon Shumpert?
Amon Shumpert is going to be a Laker.
You think so? Or
Yeah.
it's reported?
They know he's going to be a Laker. Vince Carter.
No.
No?
No.
I would love to have Vince Carter play 6 minutes a game during the regular season.
I'm sure you would, but I don't think Vince Carter is that. I don't think he's doing that.
He's not looking for that type of deal.
Where did he play at last year?
Is Zubac a free
Like
agent?
he just played with the Hawks. He wants to play.
Yeah.
So
Is he a free agent, Zubac? Vaka Zubac? I don't know how to say his first name. That's terrible, isn't it? Kyle Korver.
I think he's going to Philly.
Rondé Hollis Jefferson, who I would love to see in a Lakers uniform, by the way. Would love to
That's
see him in a
good.
Lakers
That's
uniform.
nice.
Can't shoot the ball at all.
No.
Off the bench,
No.
I'd love to have him. I'm not going to say it all. Just not the best. David Nwaba, another guard.
he's solid.
Yeah. Is he a Laker?
I like him.
I'm not even going to say Jeremy Lin's name.
Thank you.
I just did. That was Cephalosha.
I like Cephalosha. I don't know how much he can produce right now, but
You know who I want? Justin Holiday. I like what he brings on the defensive end of the court. No? Okay. That's fine. Jabari Parker, the Laker.
Oh.
what is he doing with his
Well, you know.
You know.
Do we bring back Kwame Brown
and Smitch Parker.
and Monte Ellis and Amari Stoudemire?
Man,
Luke Walton. Do you think we can get him?
in what role?
Bench. Player coach. Oh, man. Kelly Oubre Jr.
Ooh, that's
Restricted, though.
oh
Restricted, yeah.
yeah. Phoenix will match, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
But they can't offer much anyways.
No.
Oh, they can't. How much room do they have?
Lakers can't.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Oh,
Yeah, they can.
No, you want to use all that?
We just signed Danny Green for $15 million. Can you believe that?
But do you want to use
A year.
all that left on Kelly Oubre?
Danny Green, who can't dribble the ball, we just signed for $15 million.
how does this
I'd rather pay
change?
Timothy Mozgov again. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Danny. I'm really glad you're a Laker. I really am glad he's a Laker, but I just don't want him to dribble the ball.
How does this change the Lakers' plans?
Oh, it's changed
Like it
tremendously.
just flips everything, right?
Yeah.
Because and I think it's even. I think towards the beginning of free agency, nobody really thought Kawhi to the Lakers was a thing, and it turned into that. Lost every free agent. I mean, we've talked about this, you know.
So,
Man, was this a setup by Kawhi?
I don't know. I just,
No, I don't think so at all.
Skips on to
Yeah.
by the way, can
If you play with fire long enough, you're gonna get burned.
Can we get rid of this Kawhi is not a dramatic person narrative?
He's definitely number 2 to me now.
He definitely forced his way out of San Antonio in dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
And this has been the most dramatic free agency ever for one player.
Number 2 is definitely a low-key douchebag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
did he?
We sound like complete haters. Come to the Lakers. Burn. like those preachers who are just like turn or burn. Like turn or burn. Like you have a choice. He burned. Anyways, so Memphis cleared up enough cap space. I think they're going to match any offer sheet for DeLon Wright. Even though I love DeLon Wright and I love this game.
I'd be such a good PG.
Yeah, I love DeLon Wright. Marcus Morris is a Laker. Danny Green is a Laker already. So if we can sign, say we get Danny Green, we bring back Rondo. Unfortunately, I have no interest in that at all. We bring back KCP. We sign DeMarcus Cousins. Can we compete with the Clippers?
Yeah, I give it competition.
Do we beat them in a 7-game series?
No.
Yes.
We have LeBron James, and I believe in him.
Who's guarding Anthony Davis on that team?
It's definitely not going to be Montrezl Harrell.
I mean, nobody's gonna guard him.
Who's guarding LeBron James on that team?
Kawhi Leonard.
Interesting. He's not had much success with that.
I'll take my chances.
He got a Finals MVP for LeBron shooting 56% on him,
And,
or close to 56%.
and I'm not sure how I feel about PG in the playoffs. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to just throw it out there. I know he's injured this past season, but
That's another
the
thing.
season before.
That's
Even
another thing.
think about
okay,
that.
but let's go back to the Pacers.
You guys are getting very Nick Wright-ish on me
let's
right
go
now.
back to the let's go back to the Pacers. Playoff P was a real thing. He went toe to toe with LeBron,
Yeah. Where's he been since then?
Well,
How's he
it
been
was-
since then?
dealing with Russell Westbrook. That's terrible. I love Russell Westbrook.
You had a good point earlier, though, how it could be different with Kawhi, but I just, you still seen those woes from PG. So
By the way, can Kawhi be healthy?
I think he probably went into this with any team that was going to sign him under the assumption of load management.
Oh, absolutely.
And, yeah. So I think I trust him to be healthy. I mean, you can never foresee like a catastrophic type thing, but no, I think he'll be plenty durable.
Let's go to those two players.
Yeah, and with that roster, they're in good hands anyways.
I,
For him to take load management.
Yeah. So I tell you, you can have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, or you can have LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
For how long?
Think next year, one season.
I'm scared. No, okay, leave me alone. I'm about to cry over here.
For one season.
I mean, are we doing this just in a vacuum?
Yeah.
Like they have the same teammates.
Yeah.
Well, I want AD and LeBron.
That's the better duo to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Top 10 players in the NBA.
Oh, what?
Is LeBron still the best player
What
in
a
the NBA?
transition.
It still goes to it. Is LeBron the best player in the NBA? Or is Kawhi? KD's out next year. Who I think is the best player in the NBA at this point.
You didn't get a chance to see LeBron in the West in the playoffs, which kind of sucked. And he didn't have a chance to prove.
If LeBron got in, they're Western Conference
I mean,
Finals.
who he's been.
If LeBron got in, they win a championship. I'm just kidding.
So I'm gonna stick with LeBron for right now.
So LeBron's the best player in the NBA?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Number 2, Kawhi? With no KD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take. I think I might take. No, I'm not saying that. No, I don't think so. I gotta think about that.
You were going to say Steph?
No, I think he's about to say Kyle Kuzma.
I was going to say Jonas Jerebko. No, for real. Steph 2? Kawhi 2?
No, Kawhi 2.
Kawhi 2? Steph 3?
No,
Harden 3?
no. I could take AD at 3.
Giannis 3? Giannis 4?
Yeah.
Behind.
I'm definitely taking Anthony Davis at 3 and
I
then Giannis
like
at
you
4.
both. I like you both.
We like
Thanks,
you
man.
too.
It's a good thing we're doing a podcast together then.
Full health Anthony Davis is the third best player in the NBA. Maybe second.
No, I'm not ready to give him that.
I just want to say that when
he has to earn that.
I just want to say that when he beat Portland in the playoffs, everybody was all in on him being the best player in the NBA. And not only did he beat them, he swept them.
Everybody's been all in on Anthony Davis being the best player in the NBA for like 3 years.
We also just talked about if Portland was a really good playoff team, like if teams can beat them, and Anthony Davis swept them. I want to hear it. Don't wave me off.
No, you got to put some respect for Drew Holiday in there.
Anthony Davis swept them. Anthony Davis didn't play this year.
He had a great series though, Drew Holiday.
Anthony Davis didn't play this season for the duration. Where were the Pelicans in the playoffs?
With Jahlil Okafor.
Jahlil Okafor can play. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait, did you call him the savior today or something?
No.
Along those lines?
Jahlil Okafor is a young Shaq. Okay, let's get that straight. Jahlil Okafor is a young Shaq with big hands.
Yeah, Shaq had tiny hands, right?
Yeah, but not near as big as Jahlil Okafor.
Right.
Shaq with tiny hands. It's kind of like looking at a T-Rex, right? Anyways, I just think that I don't even know how we got to Jahlil Okafor having big hands, but big hands means big gloves. So I just back to the Lakers, please. That's all I'm worried about. There's no team in the West that competes with the Lakers, right? Outside the Clippers, Lakers, and
I mean, I'll be interested to see what the Rockets do.
let's see.
And before you go like crazy on me, I'm excited to see if the Iguodala trade can work.
Iguodala got traded to Houston?
No. There's rumors of it, of Iggy.
Maybe like
Yeah, because Memphis is. Yeah.
They want to trade him. They don't want to waive him.
And you were really big on Utah earlier as well.
Yeah, let me just say something. Utah has no chance against Clippers.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about the Lakers right now.
Utah is, in my opinion, the second seed in the regular season.
What's the ceiling for Donovan Mitchell then? Just
This season?
Just as a this season.
Or just like his career in general?
Season. Let's go season.
This season, All-Star.
All-Star.
Tough conference to be an All-Star, but he's an
you don't
All-Star
think
player.
he can carry that team
No.
as far as competing?
I don't think
with
he's the
those
best player in
teams?
that team right now.
Who is?
Mike Conley. For this year, I'd rather have Mike Conley than Donovan Mitchell.
He had a really good.
I love Donovan
He
Mitchell.
was really good in the playoffs.
It's his third year. It's his third year.
I'm taking Mitchell
Really?
for sure.
Mike Conley's a game changer. A lot of people will tell you that.
Maybe Mike Conley just unlocks Donovan Mitchell.
He will.
Yeah. So
That's why he's the most important player to that team. Maybe not the best.
that's a roundabout way.
Let me try that again.
Most important?
He's the most important player to that team.
Yeah,
Maybe not the best.
Definitely an upgrade from Ricky Rubio. They should have traded for him earlier for Conley. Yeah, you know.
Ricky Rubio just wanted to be Steve Nash his whole career, didn't he? It just didn't work out for him at all. Poor guy. Now Phoenix has him. That's a hellhole over there, and it's hot.
Devin Booker, get out.
Yeah, Devin
Please.
Booker, when you signed that extension, is the worst mistake of your career.
Not smart.
But anyways, we're not going to do that to Devin Booker.
Now he has to force his way out.
Devin Booker deserves better. Devin Booker, call Ben Simmons and ask if he wants to play in Phoenix so you can go to Philadelphia. Just tell
Man,
him.
that would be something.
I would love to see Devin Booker in Philadelphia. Anyways, back to the Jazz. What about the Nuggets?
Yeah, that's the other team I wanted to bring up. Are we referencing these teams to the Lakers or to the Clippers or just in total?
The Clippers are the best team in the West right now.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are above everybody, and then I think the West is like.
Where are the Warriors when they get Clay back?
Oh, you've been waiting. You've been waiting to talk about this.
When they get Clay back.
Real quick, is Steph a top 5 player to you? It didn't seem like he was when you were talking about him earlier.
Yeah, he's top 5.
Man, give me your top 5 right now.
In order?
Yes.
No KD.
No KD.
No KD. No KD. LeBron.
Okay.
Kawhi.
Okay.
I haven't seen Anthony Davis for a year.
You were just saying.
Yeah, but
Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I know,
I think that's fair to say.
I'm just saying. Anthony Davis. Steph.
No Harden.
4.
No Harden.
No Giannis.
No.
5.
Harden. Giannis 6. Actually, Giannis 5. Harden 6. Giannis is a good, great defender.
I like that.
Steph has proven in the playoffs that he can play. I know people love the narrative that he can't. Steph's great. Steph's the second greatest point guard of all time.
We're throwing these hot takes out.
That's
I
not
like
even
it.
a hot take. That's just a normal take. Steph's the second greatest point guard of all time behind Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Name a better one. Somebody name me a better.
I mean, Chris Paul hasn't won. I mean, you have John Stockton, you have Jerry West.
Jerry West was a shooting guard and was like 0-1,000 in the final. Oh, Jerry West was. I don't care what logo you are. Jerry West is. First of all, I don't even talk about old guys because I don't think they could play in today's NBA.
Yeah.
So, like Lou Williams said, if you drop LeBron in 1975, he wins 14 titles.
You got Isaiah Thomas, but I mean, yeah, still
Isaiah
not
Thomas
Steph. Still not Steph. I'm just saying. I'm naming out.
So Magic Johnson, then Steph Curry.
Wow. I thought there were more than that.
And
Honestly,
Steph's offensive impact is ridiculous.
I mean,
The gravity he has on the floor is unheard of. So, anyways, I don't even want to. Is Ricky Rubio better than Steph Curry? But no.
well, I mean, how do you round out your 10?
10?
Yeah, how do you round out your 10?
Oh, that's
because that's where it gets fun.
Oh,
so
that's tough.
let's recap. It's
Going through mine right now?
We had LeBron at 1,
Kawhi
at 2, AD at 3.
No KD. That sucks.
Wait, he can.
7-4. Giannis.
5,
Harden.
6.
Okay, 7. That's where the conversation just. It used to be 8 with KD.
Joel.
Yeah, that's where my thought went to. But you got Paul George as well.
Joel.
Damian Lillard.
Oh,
Embiid hasn't shown me anything in the playoffs.
Damian Lillard when he plays against the Thunder.
Damian Lillard against Russell Westbrook is the greatest player in NBA history. No. All right, hold on.
Quit running from this ass whooping.
No, not Damian Lillard. Definitely Joel Embiid. Healthy Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Actually, can I throw a hot take at you? If you replace Joel Embiid with Karl Anthony Towns, it's a better team.
Why do you say that? Not that I'm disagreeing with you. Not that. Just what's your reasoning?
He stretches the floor.
Yeah, you're very high on Karl.
Towns.
So
Always have been. I think Cat, one is younger. I think Cat.
How much younger actually is he? 2 years?
I think he's 22.
He's 22. I didn't know if he was 22 or
Yeah,
23.
I think he's 22. So
Man,
he's 3
I'm
years
22.
younger. Yeah, we're literally 22.
Khalil's 23.
You're younger than Karl Towns. He plays in the NBA and makes millions of dollars. You serve barbecue.
Dude, what are you doing with your life, Khalil?
Yeah. You look like Kemba. Go do something with it. I think that I would love to put Karl Towns right there. He just hasn't had the opportunity to do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm hoping Al Horford kind of pushes Embiid back down into the paint as well.
I think if I had to pick one player from my franchise, I would take Karl Towns over Joel Embiid. But as a top 10 player, Towns has no proving grounds at all. So I got to go Embiid.
Okay.
So I got to go Embiid.
At 7. Where are you going 8?
I'm not even mad at that.
I got to go Dame over Paul George, right? Paul George sure didn't change that series like Dame did.
You can't base all that off one series, though.
He's also injured. Shorter.
Look at Dame's all NBAs in the past 5 years.
No, I mean,
Just
Would you rather have Dame and Kawhi or Kawhi and Paul George?
I'd rather have Kawhi and Paul George.
Really?
yeah, by far.
Me too. Yeah, me too. So, golly, but I want to put Dame in there so bad. Is Dame better than Kyrie?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I know. I'm not the non-Celtics fan. Is Dame better than Kyrie?
I really would love to have Kyrie on my team, but
You get back into that conversation like that I've been trying to justify the Celtics offseason moves with, that you remove baggage. So if we're talking just pure skill,
NBA player.
pure skill, then
Dame's not better than Kyrie? Give me Kyrie.
yeah, I'm thinking Kyrie.
Sorry. I know in the last 5 minutes I've just wanted to put Dame on the list. Kyrie is a better basketball player.
I'm not
Make me
taking
live it.
either one of them as number one options to lead me to a championship,
Oh,
but
no. Gosh,
Kyrie,
no.
I'm taking over Dame.
Kyrie, what he's done in the finals is something that I can't.
You can't let the past 2 seasons or the past season in general deprive you from what he did with LeBron.
wait. So you're pulling Kyrie / Dame over Paul George in your 10?
No. Yes. Kyrie. Kyrie.
Okay, so Kyrie's your 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Paul George.
9.
Hold on.
And then 10.
Take
You're
this,
8.
Take this back.
Yeah.
Take this back. Who was my 6? Giannis.
Giannis.
No, Harden. 7, Nikola Jokic. Jokic.
I think that's. I mean,
I think he's better than Embiid.
I think it's fair at this point.
Jokic, Embiid.
Where does Urebko fit in?
Urebko's next level. He's next planet. We don't talk about him.
He's not going. You're not
he's
putting him alone.
No, he can't be on that list.
Okay, he's getting a little
That'd
older
be
too.
disrespectful
So
to him.
yeah, you're right.
Somebody needs to give him the max. I can't believe the Knicks passed up on that. Anyways,
Do you really put Kyrie in that top 10?
let me think. Let me finish. I had to put Jokic in there. 7. Embiid 8.
Yeah.
Paul George 9. Russell Westbrook 10. Don't you have to put Russell Westbrook in there?
You don't have to. I don't think you have to.
Who's better?
What about Klay Thompson? Would you put him
Who?
in there? Top 10?
Who?
I'm just asking.
Clay's great. At what Clay does, he's the best. Clay's the best 3-and-D basketball player I think ever.
But
Just
no
purely
top 10?
3-and-D. No.
No Kyrie?
No, he's not better than Russ. Y'all can say what you want about Russ's shooting efficiency. What everything else Russ does on the floor is unheard of. And I just like Russ, but
Man, we could just turn this entire segment into a top 5 point guards in the NBA. But I don't want to go there.
Steph Russ down. It's hard for me not to put Dame over Russ because of the way he dismantled him.
Yeah.
But like Russ, guys, 3 years averaging a triple double in a row. That's not easy.
I like how it's become just like a
normal.
shrug.
Like we're just like, oh, he averaged a triple double again.
Like we're not even.
Here's your streamer.
Who's the MVP? You know, Paul George. You know,
Yeah.
is he sneaking in this conversation?
Yeah.
Don't worry about his
teammate who averages a triple double.
right.
And they're also like 120 whenever he has a triple double. I just want y'all to know. I don't know. Listen, the Kawhi thing really put a flip on the podcast. The Paul George thing put a boom on the podcast. I don't know where else this conversation can go.
Number 1 seeds?
Yeah. Well,
Number
no.
one
We
seeds?
just want to real quick go through each conference.
Ooh, 1
I
through
think-
8.
Oh, I mean, we can go.
1 through 8. Let's do it. 1 through 8.
We can do everybody.
Well, don't make me do that. After
Yeah.
eight,
Let's start from the bottom up.
bottom up.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Let me start
fun.
at 1. Let me start at 1. Start at 1.
Okay, because I guess now we kind of have a firm start.
Bucks. Actually, here. One of you throw out a team, or I can throw out a team. Y'all tell me yes or no for the 1.
For the
So,
one
so
seed?
we're going east.
Yeah, East. 1 seed, Bucks.
I like Philly.
Like Philly?
I also like Philly for regular
so
season.
2 seed Bucks.
Yep.
3 seed Pacers.
Are they getting Oladipo back?
December.
Is that?
3 seed. It can't be the Raptors. 3 seed Nets.
Nah, I think after 1 and 2, it just kind of goes.
3 seed Nets.
No.
3 seed Hawks. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real. 3 seed Celtics.
No.
You got to pick one of those teams.
Nets. I have to go Nets.
3 seed Nets.
Have to go Nets.
Okay. Interesting. 4 seed Pacers. 4 seed Celtics. 4 seed Hawks.
I really.
4 seed.
How far do you think the Raptors fall?
4 seed Heat.
Do you think the Raptors are going to fall out of the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
They're not going to be a top 4 seed.
See, I had a comment earlier on IG. It was either Fred VanVleet is going to turn into Derek Fisher or he's going to turn into Matt Dellavedova. I just don't know what this team looks like without Kawhi for a whole season.
I can tell you what they look like without Kawhi. You ready?
Go ahead.
Duty. That's what they look like. They're Kawhi was there was this thing that my middle school coach talked about called the oh crap guy. Kawhi's the oh crap guy. They don't have an oh crap guy anymore. They have nobody to bail them out.
I think they're kind of like, where do the Raptors go from here as well? I mean, you've
Break
traded
it
for
up.
Gasol.
Break it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I mean, you have to,
They
right?
signed Gasol. Gasol took his player option. You don't have
I mean,
money.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacers 4 seed.
Pacers 4 seed.
Celtics 5 seed.
Celtics 5.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm
Magic
still
6.
kind of unsure on the Nets as the 3.
Pistons 6.
Well, you were talking about young talent earlier, and then they have like LeVert, and they have Joe Harris, Jared Allen. They still have
Kyrie Irving.
They added Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
DeAndre Jordan. Great office, great coaching staff. I know, but still, he's there.
Yeah.
He's a body. He's a big body.
They need to re-sign Rondae Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, they do need to put him back in
Anyways.
there. Wilson Chandler
Heat.
in free agency.
We're talking 6 right now, right?
6. Heat. Work with me. My phone's on 3%.
Yeah, I think the Heat are fair. Because, I mean, there's a lot of guys on the Heat that you don't immediately think of that can really bring that team up. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, who came on last year. I like Justice Winslow's game, especially running the point. They still have Dragic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, the trade to Dallas didn't go through with him, right? Right? Dragic is still on the Heat. Khalil, you looked that up?
Yeah, he should be there.
Okay.
There was going to be a trade.
Well, the Hornets win 10 games. Anyways, so 6, we got to pick somebody. Pistons, Magic, Heat.
Pistons.
I'm okay with Heat or Pistons. I think I would probably go.
Y'all trust Blake Griffin?
Knicks aren't going there. Knicks can't.
Knicks are going to make the playoffs.
No.
Isn't that sad?
Who's leading them?
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Zion Williamson. No, I'm just kidding. 8. Are we at that? We're at 7? 7?
So are we?
Heat Pistons, are we saying 6, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heat Pistons 6, 7, so 8. Atlanta. Knicks.
8 seed.
Atlanta's not better than the Knicks?
Atlanta Hawks at 8 seed.
Yeah. I can sign off on that.
Yes. Do the Hawks win 42 games next year?
Only because the Magic are trash.
Do the Hawks win 42 games
John
next year?
Collins is better than Aaron Gordon.
Absolutely.
Justice proved that.
Yes, I did. All right. West?
Whew.
1 seed Clippers.
No way. Yeah.
Even the regular
Shocking.
season, with all the rest, they're going to give Kawhi 1 seed Clippers. Think it really matters to them where they go? 1 seed.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of.
1 seed Jazz.
I'm not even super worried about the actual seeding. I'm talking right now about like
No, just seeds.
just
Regular season.
just best 8 teams is kind of where I'm looking at.
All right. 1 Clippers.
1 Jazz.
1 Clippers.
Yeah.
2 Jazz.
I like Nuggets over the Jazz.
Over the Lakers 2.
I'm taking Lakers at 4, so I'm taking Nuggets at 2 and then Jazz at 3.
I'm taking Jazz at 2, Nuggets at 3, Lakers at 4.
I like the Nuggets at 2.
Jazz made so many moves this
I
offseason.
like the Nuggets at 2. I don't know what the Lakers do with the rest of
Sorry, Lakers 3, Nuggets 4. I can't do
Yeah,
it to
that's-
LeBron
that's-
and Anthony Davis.
That's kind of how I feel.
Well, I'm just thinking about like load management for them also.
Yeah, well, in
Like
the playoffs.
that's
No, we're saying the best 8 teams.
best 8 teams. Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Lakers-
Nuggets are coming off that 1 seed.
Yeah, Lakers don't have a roster yet. We'll revisit that next time we get on here.
Hopefully, MPJ is something this season.
Hopefully he can get on the court.
I know had a knee injury,
Yeah, so he'll be okay.
so that's great.
Go ahead, Michael. Do your thing, brother. Let's see. Blazers 5.
Yeah,
Rocket-
I like
Rockets 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rockets 5. Blazers 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did the Thunder go now? Playoffs?
Nope.
No playoffs.
No.
Timberwolves.
I hate them so much.
Pelicans. Mavericks.
Hold on. Okay, so who's I've got Clippers, Nuggets, Lakers, Jazz, Rockets at 5, Blazers 6.
Yeah.
Warriors, Kings, Spurs.
Kings are a no. Spurs are a no.
You don't think Spurs?
No. Spurs are not better than the Mavericks.
But you don't think Spurs?
Luke Doncic and KP are better than DeRozan and Aldridge. Both of them are better.
Who's on
than
that
DeRozan.
Mavs team? Can you look at the roster
No,
on the Mavs team?
I can't. I'm on 3%. I can't believe my 3% is lasting this long. This is iPhone. Congratulations, you've made a durable battery. It works
My
out.
battery is awful.
Yeah, well,
So we got Seth
misused
Curry,
your
Tim
iPhone.
Hardaway.
Seth Curry's great. Tim Hardaway's solid.
They signed Boban. They got Porzingis, obviously, Dwight Powell, Courtney Lee. Sixth best team, though. I don't know about it. I don't know. Seventh?
Blazers are 6.
Seventh? I still don't know about it, man.
Better than the Pelicans.
It's just, you never know what you're going to get with
Drew Holiday.
Porzingis this year yet.
Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram,
JJ Redick.
Josh Hart, JJ Redick. They don't have it. They don't have that star. Zion's not a star yet. Luka is a star.
I want to see what Brandon Ingram's going to do for the Pelicans.
Luka's a star.
Yeah.
Luka's an all-star player last year.
Yeah, I
Didn't get in,
agree.
He was an all-star player last year. So was Trae Young. Second half of the season.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns.
Nah.
Even what if they trade for D'Angelo Russell?
No. Well, yeah, they trade for. Yeah.
I mean, Warriors are going to see if that works, but I think that's their trade place if it doesn't. I think they go get Wiggins and Covington.
I mean, is it too late for the Timberwolves at that point?
No. If I'm Karl Towns, I know he signed that extension too.
No. I mean, by the time you're able to trade for D'Lo
probably.
for this year.
Yeah, probably. I'm just throwing names out there.
yeah,
You know?
Timberwolves are not in
Kings
this
aren't getting in.
top 8.
Kings aren't getting in. They lost Willie Cauley-Stein. You trust the core of De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, and Marvin Bagley?
Well, they got Dedmon as well, right?
Who?
Dwayne Dedmon.
They added a lot of quality vets. If they're not at the 8th spot, they're at that 9th spot, definitely, I think.
They're better than the Wolves.
But I'm going to go with the.
Yeah, I think the Kings are better than the Wolves.
I can't. I don't think they'll do that again. Although I think Marvin Bagley is going to be really good.
I do too.
And De'Aaron Fox is already really good.
I can finish with Mavs and Spurs, personally, for
Spurs for you?
me. Mavs and Spurs. I just don't know if the Kings. I don't know if this
Mavs,
Kings.
Pelicans.
I don't know if the Pelicans are ready either.
Mavs, Pelicans. Spurs?
Maybe another year
Why?
for
Because
Pelicans.
of Popovich?
Popovich, and you still have DeMar DeRozan. You still have LaMarcus Aldridge. You got Murray coming back.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot
I
about
love
DeJounte
Murray. Loved DeJounte
Forbes had a
Murray.
good season last year. You have Rudy Gay.
Can I just say
also.
something real quick? It's
Yeah,
going to
go
sound
ahead.
kind of weird. So me and my friend Tate, they did this thing called the All-NBA Best Looking Team. DeJounte Murray is definitely the point guard for that team. No homo. We're cutting that.
Why would y'all do that?
No, we've got to cut that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting that now.
No, probably not. I'm
Okay.
gonna leave
That's
that one in
fine.
there.
That's fine. We'll leave it. Whatever. No homo. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. Anyways, my girlfriend looks really good. Anyways,
That's true.
appreciate it. So yeah, Spurs really
Yeah, I'm taking Spurs
over the Pelicans.
over the Pelicans. At least this year. I just don't trust it. Not yet. I at least need a year with that team.
They can't shoot the ball.
Who?
The Spurs.
Pelicans can shoot the ball. JJ Redick. That's it.
The Spurs can't shoot the ball.
Oh yeah, Pelicans can't shoot the ball either though. JJ Redick. That's it.
Brandon Ingram's respectable from 3. Drew Holiday is respectable from 3. Drew Holiday's very respectable
Yeah.
from 3.
Spurs have Patty Mills and Forbes and
So even if they don't shoot the 3 as well, look at the rest of the roster.
It's good.
Is Rudy Gay better than Brandon Ingram?
No.
So are we gonna get Brandon Ingram from the last 10
Is
games?
Lonzo
of
Ball
Lakers
better than
season?
DeJounte Murray? Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
That doesn't mean the season's gonna pan out.
Is
Yes,
the-
they are better, but
roster
that's,
if they're better, then how?
but no,
how
like
it
you
pans?
know, like you get it, like more talented, yes, of course, more potential, yes, of course, but you
Right
know,
now.
with the system you're in, that matters a lot as well. You know, you have the
Didn't they
team
trade for Derek
chemistry.
Favors?
I think they did.
Pelicans? Man, and you're talking about the system. I mean, they've got Alvin Gentry. Like, that's not a...
It's not a slouch.
Yeah.
And they have probably the best front office in the NBA outside of the Clippers now.
Yeah.
Paul
I wish we could talk about that for a while.
Paul
Just
George.
David Griffin.
Paul George is a Clipper.
Kawhi Leonard's a Clipper.
Forget that. Paul George is a Clipper with Kawhi Leonard. Let me rephrase that. Paul George is a Clipper with Kawhi Leonard. And they kept majority of their roster.
Yeah, I mean, I
can't believe they didn't have their Landry Shamet in there.
I know, man. I didn't
I'm
think
just
about
saying.
that. I mean, I think he's more valuable to teams that are contending than a Shea, you know?
Oh, you're disgusting.
You think-
that's
you
the
think
worst
so?
take. That's the worst
You
take of the
think
pod.
so?
That's the worst take of the pod. Shea's better than Landry.
I'm not saying he's not better.
You gotta get rid of like Schroeder and Russell Westbrook at those guard positions though.
Westbrook. I feel so bad for him.
You know, it sucks, but
I really feel bad for him. Poor guy.
the team could never fill out. Like they still don't have any shooters.
That's the end of the Thunder organization, as we know it.
Got to move now.
Yeah.
Seattle.
No.
Man, just think about 2012 to now.
How far? Listen, I had a high school coach named Jeff Kidder who, in his office at any time, you'd hear him say, "Look how far I've fallen," because he was coaching our high school team. So, but yeah. Listen, we really need to wrap this up. It's gone forever long.
Yeah, it's pretty late. It's 2:56 right now.
Yeah, we've definitely gone for at least an hour and a half, maybe longer.
Yeah.
So,
And we want to talk to you about how I don't know how exactly this audio is going to turn out either.
yeah.
We wanted to make a note of that, right?
Yeah, we're working on it. We have 3 mics, 2 in function. We're working on it. This is our first pod. It's definitely going to be a process. Noah's a producer, so if anything happens, blame him. But no, for real, if you did tune in, we appreciate it. Like I said, it's a national holiday, Kawhi-6th. Mark it down, put it in your calendar.
Like for real now. Like for
Yeah,
real.
it's a holiday, Kawhi-6th. So be sure to mark it on your calendar next year. Be ready to celebrate if you're a Clippers fan. If you're a Lakers fan, I'll be joining you in crying tonight to sleep. But, yeah. So this was Second Take. I'm Justice with Noah and Khalil, and that about wraps it up.
Peace.
Peace out.